Every malfunction on your car's dashboard is indicated by a different light. The slip light is one that you may not be accustomed to seeing. It looks like a car on a curvy, slick road. In this short video, we examine the meaning of the slip light, its causes, and how to fix it. What does a slip light mean? Slip light on your dash means that your car's traction control system is malfunctioning. It illuminates to let you know when something is broken or when you lose traction on a slick road. In normal operation, you might notice the light flickering on and off. In the event of a failure, it might remain on. Special sensors installed on each wheel of the vehicle transmit the tire speed information to the powertrain control module. The sensors will alert the system if one wheel starts to lose traction so that the technology can take over and try to regain control. But there's a chance that the sensors won't work properly, producing strange readings. Frequently, when an issue occurs with the slip light, the ABS light also illuminates. These two appear to depend on each other so heavily that a malfunction in one system impacts the other. What could cause a slip light? It's not always a sign of trouble when the slip light illuminates. It can indicate that everything is operating as it should. On the other hand, there's most likely a mechanical issue if the slip light illuminates and remains on. Let's look at the most common possibilities in depth. Faulty ABS wheel speed sensors. The sensors we previously discussed are referred to as speed sensors. They are fastened to the wheels, where they keep track of each wheel's speed. The ABS control unit receives alerts to turn on when it shouldn't if the sensor becomes damaged. The PCM illuminates the slip light when it detects a problem. Both the ABS and the traction control system could malfunction at the same moment. Defective ABS rings. The ABS rings resemble gears. They act as a relay for the ABS speed sensor, which is in charge of logging wheel speeds. One possible cause of the slip light turning on is a broken ABS ring. When it malfunctions, the traction system won't engage and the control unit receives incorrect information. Bad steering angle sensor. The steering angle sensor is in charge of determining the steering wheel's position and rotational speed. It's in the column of the steering wheel. Multiple angle sensors can be used to improve data validation and redundancy. The slip light may illuminate if one of these sensors malfunctions. Furthermore, there will be no way for the traction control system to engage. Driving on a slippery surface. One that can turn on to show typical operating conditions is the slip light. It differs from the majority of dashboard warning lights because of this. The slip light on the dash will blink when the wheels start to spin on a slick section of road. Under normal circumstances, the moment traction is restored, the slip light will instantly turn off. Bad ABS control unit. The microprocessor known as the ABS control unit is in charge of performing diagnostic tests on the anti-lock braking system. It is in charge of sending data to the central computer from the brake system and speed sensors. The ABS control unit failure will cause the slip light to illuminate. Replacing the control unit is the only way to remove it. Bad wiring. The numerous wires and connectors that make up the traction control and ABS system enable communication. Numerous failures may result from a worn-out or damaged wire. Locating the damaged wire is the main issue with this flaw. Finding the issue can be challenging because there are so many wires involved. How to fix. When the slip light illuminates, it's time to identify the issue and resolve it. There might not be a problem if the light flickers on and off. Drive on and see if it acts up anymore. If it does, proceed by following these instructions compiled by our best mechanics. Read trouble codes. The diagnostic port beneath the steering wheel is where you should insert your code scanner. Examine the DTCs and consult any online trouble code library for further information. The majority of trouble codes are universal, meaning that the same code is used by all manufacturers to indicate a problem. Nonetheless, deciphering certain manufacturer-specific codes may prove to be more challenging. Restart the traction control system. You can reset the system if your car has a VSC or traction control button. Seek guidance from the owner's handbook. They most likely have a similar appearance. Put the vehicle in park. Give the VSC button a 5-second push and hold. Both the vehicle stability control and traction control lights will illuminate. Once again, press and hold the VSC button for 5 seconds. The system should be reset as a result. If the light stays on, then there's a bigger issue at hand. In the event of a light out, you can continue driving as usual. Check the brake fluid level. For the ABS and traction control systems to function, there must be enough braking force. It's crucial that the brake fluid level stays completely topped off because of this. To find out how much brake fluid is in the reservoir, check the level. Add more if it is below the max line. Make sure the brake fluid you select is appropriate for your car. The owner's manual contains this information. Inspect the ABS rings and sensors for damage. To find out where the ABS rings are, consult the service manual. Sometimes, in order to see them, you have to enter the hub. When you reach the ABS rings, check them for any damage and replace them as necessary. It is far more difficult to locate any damage with regard to the wheel sensors. Try cleaning them off and seeing if that helps them reconnect. Occasionally, debris and grime accumulation on the sensors can cause issues. Contact a professional. It's time to put your trust in the experts and stop worrying at this point. Find a local certified mechanic who can assist you in identifying and fixing the slip light. Consult your friends and family for advice if you're unsure about whom to believe. Cost to fix. If it's a small issue, like a broken connector, you might not need to spend a lot of money, especially if you know how to solve it. In contrast, replacing a sensor can cost significantly more if a mechanic is required to install it, up to $500 or more.